Hello and welcome to another day in paradise. Today I want to speak about Boko Haram and whether you should be aware of their activities, whether you should be even afraid about them, and whether you should stay away from certain countries like Nigeria because of the presence there. But first I'm going to ask you to please like, subscribe, share and click the bell notification. So I'm going to quickly run down with you who Boko Haram is. If you've heard of them, then you'll know that they are an Islamic extremist group who operate in northern Nigeria, parts of Cameroon, the Central African Republic and northern Benin. They haven't been around for that long. They've been really active in the last 10 years, but they didn't really start up and they weren't organized as an actual group or seen as a serious threat until 15 years ago. So you're looking at a group who have very little experience. They have very little experience. They have a leader who has led the insurgents for quite a few years now. They came up on the international radar once they had kidnapped a number of schoolgirls in northern Nigeria, converted them into Muslims, and then most of those schoolgirls have still been kept by them. You know, they have not been returned to their families yet. So that's how we know of them. But in northern Nigeria, a terrorist attack by Boko Haram is almost a daily occurrence. So they are well known in Nigeria specifically. But why Nigeria specifically? Okay, so during British colonization, Nigeria, before the British colonized, was a state of two kingdoms. And I'm not sure if you knew this, but it was two countries, essentially. It was a country that was sectioned off. The northern part of the country, of the northern kingdom was Islamic, and the southern section was Christian. And they were merged together by the British. There was always going to be ethnic tensions. A lot of the ethnic tensions have come about in Africa because of the amalgamation of certain countries and certain kingdoms, and ethnicities needing to live with one another. When they were living with one another through mutual understanding, there were no laws or anything like that before colonization, but they had their own wars, they had their own tussles, but no major conflicts. So if you look at the culture of Nigeria today, if you want to look at where the most poorest people live in Nigeria, they live in the north, and those poorest people are normally Muslims. Okay, in the south of the country you will have much wealthier people. This is where the oil is. This is where the major cities are, like Lagos. Abuja is in the south, but it's not on the coast, but it is sort of more towards the south. Abuja was created specifically for one reason: to become a capital city, and it was created to become a capital city because they didn't want Lagos to be the capital city, because it was in the south, in the Christian south. So they wanted a city, a brand new city, which was going to be in the center, not in the north, not in the south, but pretty much more in the center. This is why Abuja as a capital city was created. So what does Boko Haram want? Boko Haram wants their own Islamic state in Africa. They want a return of the land which was Islamic, a completely separate Islamic state in the first place, many years ago, before colonialization of Nigeria. So like most Islamic extremists, they're willing to do anything to get their prize. So they've been killing and massacring people for years now. 10,000 people have died in the last 10 years alone. Car bombs, the bombing of the embassy in Abuja. I think they tried to bomb the American embassy in Abuja. These guys don't care. They simply don't care. They have no fear. Once again, like most Islamic extremists, they just don't have any fear. So they're going after everyone and anyone in order to get this Islamic State. Now you got to look deep into this. Here we have an Islamic fundamentalists who have come of age and have become strong within the last 20 years. Where are they getting their funding from? Where are they getting their guns from? Where are they getting the ability not just to survive but to thrive? Why are they doing this? Well, I'm going to explain something to you right now. You see, the Christian South has gone to war against Boko Haram, and they are using all sorts of quite brutal methods to try and find these people. So a lot of these Christian Southerners are going into the south, the armies, they're going into the north to look for these fundamentalists. They're going through all these Muslim cities in the north, and they are doing everything and anything. They are terrorizing the normal citizens of these towns to look for potential members of Boko Haram. Mass tortures, mass murders. This is what the Nigerian government are doing to civilians who have nothing to do with Boko Haram. A lot of them don't, right? But they are just indiscriminately going after whole towns of Muslims in order to find Boko Haram. So you've got to imagine, you've got all these people, all these Muslims who are at this moment, who have lost loved ones, whose loved ones who are completely innocent have been murdered by these Christian Southerners, these armies. So who do you think they are looking towards now? Well, they're looking towards Boko Haram. It's a vicious circle. They want to know, they want safety, they want security, and they believe that Boko Haram can give them this peace and security against the southern Christians. It's a saga that doesn't look like it's going to end anytime soon, which is a real pity. Now, security in the south is pretty tight, of course. And if you're going to move to Nigeria, if you're expat and you're planning to go to Nigeria, you know, and you're planning to live in one of the big cities like Lagos or even Abuja, these cities have quite tight security. And if I need to be honest, you don't have to be concerned. If you're a Muslim and you're going to live in Nigeria, things can be a little problematic, especially if you're going to live in the Christian South. You could get caught up in this, which is the reason why I would be apprehensive about moving to Nigeria under the current state of affairs. So, you know, along with the land grabbing, that's another video I'm going to be doing about land grabbing in both Nigeria and Ghana. Some pretty brutal stuff going on there. Anyway, back to the subject. Along with that, and this fighting as well between the Muslims and the Christians, you know, I'd be careful if I was planning to go and live in Nigeria for that specific reason. Now, is something going to happen to you if you go there? Likely not. No. You know, most of their activities have been centered in the north, and if they do try to go after people, if they try to do a terrorist attack, it's normally in Abuja because it's easily accessible. Now, in saying that, you never know, right? I mean, it's the Christian South, Lagos, Christian South. It's the heartland of the Christian South. So yeah. So what can Nigeria do about this? I mean, ultimately, it would be good to just get rid of these foreign religions out of the country. I don't want to disrespect anybody, but they're not our religions, neither Islam or Christianity. They were brought in to us, probably not in a nice way. They were taught to our ancestors. Our ancestors were probably forced to partake in Christianity and forced to partake in Islam. So, and I have a lot more respect, and I have a lot more honor and loyalty towards my ancestors than I do towards any religion. So that's what they could do ultimately, but that's not going to happen. The reality is they need to perhaps look at what other countries in the region who have a Christian and Islam majority, a substantial amount of Christians and Muslims. What are they doing? How have Ghana done it? I don't know. That's something we need to look into. How have Ghana managed to put themselves in a position where all these different ethnicities are living pretty much in peace with each other? Great job to Ghana for doing that. But yeah, I think they need to look at a roadmap, and ultimately they need to get rid of Boko Haram. They need to get rid of them by any means necessary. I wouldn't be surprised if there were foreign entities in there right now looking to destabilize the country and looking to use Boko Haram as an apparatus to destabilize the strongest economy in Africa. We need to be careful, okay? Because we know what the CIA do. We know what they're like. It's not like they... Who would be surprised if the CIA were in on aiding Boko Haram in one way or another? I wouldn't be. It's not like they didn't aid Al-Qaeda, right, against the Russians. We know that they did that. That's common knowledge. So, yeah, they would definitely... We definitely need to look at the foreign side of it. Wow. Foreign entities, foreign religions. It'd be so good if we could just... Oh, man. Return to the way we were before colonization hit us. Really would be really cool. But I know we can't do that. So anyway, we need to now embrace what we have learnt. Embrace the goodness of Islam and embrace the goodness that Christianity has given to us, because they're not all bad, we know that. And we need to use that goodness in order to forge a relationship with one another where we can live in peace and harmony, and we can grow together, we can eat together. That is what we ultimately need to do. So anyway, that's it for me. Thanks for listening. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Just like to say hello to them, and yeah, I'm going to see you in the next one. Ta-ra a bit.